Okay, so this video is specifically for either women who grew up in like single mother households or women who grew up with like poor parents where like both people worked. So I see this a lot just because so many people are coming over as like immigrants, right? And so like if you have this immigrant experience where like you are working for a minimum wage job, both people would have to work just to make like the just to meet the cost of living. So I understand that, but I think that like this is not a channel for immigrant women really. Like I'm it's just not. If you're a black woman, I guess when you're an immigrant, maybe watch the channel, but probably not for you. This channel specifically I'm trying to just give my perspective and contextualize some stuff that's impacting the black American women, or really other black women too. But basically, let's talk about splitting bills. I'm just gonna put the link in the description box to 4 videos which I saw, which are all of these men they seem like they come from pretty different walks of life, but they're all pretty much saying the same thing, which like you shouldn't be splitting the bills. I think the Money with Mark video, he talks about it in a more pragmatic way where he's saying like, okay, well, if you're in a relationship with someone who's making a lot more money, then the person who's making less money should still split the cost of living bills down the center, because like it should be cheaper to live with someone than it should be to live alone. Now, this makes perfectly good sense to me. Like, I actually agree with that quite a lot. But also, just, I like the video in the bottom right. My 2 thoughts on men wanting to, like, let women pay or something. Like, I think we have to be serious for a second about just like the sheer amount of like broke men in society who are just trying to use women to get over. They're trying to use women for sex. They're trying to use women for free rent. They're trying to use women for all of these things. And this is like really rampant in the black community. And so many women are just hopping into really bad relationships. These are like educated women, pretty women, smart women. All of these women are jumping into just awful, awful relationships with men who don't have anything. And like when you really think about it, like over time, like every year, like everyone has to work. After you're 18 and you're out in society, you have to work. Like you have to contribute something, and like, you have to have a job. Okay, and I think because so many black people strive to be entertainers, they forget to meet their cost of living along the way. So the story keeps going over and over and over, like, oh, okay, I finally made it as a rapper and now I have some money or whatever. Or I finally made it as a basketball player and now I had some money. Well, for the rest of us who don't really have like these great ambitions to be entertainers, the we just work every day. Like every day there's like pretty much an expectation that you like meet your cost of living. Now this is the reason why we've had to have so much content about like trad wives, stay-at-home girlfriends, all those types of things. And I know like we're seeing that trend very common amongst white women, and the reason that is happening is because for the most part, I would say like 80% of the time, like white men are marrying, dating, having babies with white women because they like their own. That's just, it's like, I mean, I know we want to talk about like, to stop talking about like racializing everything, but people like people who are similar to them. That's like a pretty natural thing, except in the black community. I don't know. I guess black people are just brought up to like hate one another, which it's very strange. I've been watching it for a while. I don't know why that is. This channel is for black women. It's just, I don't know why so many black men keep commenting on the channel and coming to the channel. It's just like not for you guys. Like this is not the Kevin Samuels part of the internet. It's just not. Anyway, so the point here is that like men, no matter what, like a man is going to have to like get a job and work. Like he's going to have to do it. Right. And so like the point is, like, if this man is like picking a woman and he wants to take and he likes a woman, like he probably understands that like he's going to have to like buy her food and like invest in taking her out like somewhere in like investing in the relationship, going out somewhere, like all these things. And I'm just trying to make it a point to highlight stories like Summer Walker or Monaleo, because they're like these are like very attractive women who are explaining to you album after album how kind of awful their experience is and how far it stems from like the norm. And the reason that it's like that for so many black women is because like so many black men are in jail, so many black men are underemployed, so many black men have like they just have less education than black women, so they're like not really keeping up economically. And so even then though, because like it doesn't really take much to just go from high school to just getting a job at like a grocery store or like a job at the Subway or something. Like you don't have to be some sort of incredible person to do that. It just doesn't require very much. So like, why can't black men do that? Like any dude could do that. Like that doesn't, it's just not much is required for like that to be a thing. And, another part of this channel where, I think I'm going to transition this slowly into like a finance channel to really talk about like dollars and cents for like black women, but not dollars and cents. I'm not like some millionaire or anything, but, I manage my own household and I pay my own bills and I wait tables and like, how can I say this? Like, my time is worth money. Like all the shifts that I work are worth $1 amount, and all the days when they add up, that dollar amount ends up meeting my cost of living, and that's it. I could do this for like literally the rest of my life. Like no one else has to like come and really give anything. Like some months maybe I'll make a little bit less, and maybe I'll work at a place where I get like better tips. Like so many different things could happen, which might like increase my income. But like one of the reasons I moved to Tennessee is because it's very cheap. The cost of living is low, right? But this is still America. And so like, because it is America and because the cost of living is low, like I'm able to like still have an apartment, still have like running water, toothpaste, soap. Like I've even got like a pool and a gym in my apartment. Like it's just like a bed, lights, electricity, all that stuff. Like really just the stuff that you like need to live. And I guess I'd come from a place of such like luxury in California where we just had like so much of everything that I got away from like understanding like my place in society as a woman, and then also just understanding my place in the world as an American. And I think like black women really need to explore those concepts, really explore those concepts for a minute. And before you date anyone, just any man, if really any person, I think you really have to start asking yourself like these types of questions, right? You do. You just do.